As over 100 residents, family, and friends gathered at Vietnam Veterans Park to honor the 29 Cabarrus County patriots who made the ultimate sacrifice during the war in Vietnam. On October 15, 2016, Cabarrus Veterans Coalition dedicated a monument to these men who gave their lives to protect our country.
Today is about the 29 men from Cabarrus County who went to Vietnam and gave their lives in service to the United States of America. It's also about the families who they left behind. Nearly 2 years ago, the CVC approached our Cabarrus County Commissioners in hopes of honoring all Vietnam veterans in some manner. When the County Commissioners unanimously voted to rename this park to the Vietnam Veterans Park. That was quite an achievement for this small group to accomplish. It is our hope this tribute and memorial service will in some way demonstrate that your loved one has not been forgotten, that their service was appreciated, and their sacrifice and yours is remembered.
We see Vietnam veterans come in every day that have never filed a claim before, and it kind of breaks my heart because of all the veterans that we see, all the heirs, Vietnam veterans are the hardest ones to get to file a claim. They, for whatever reason, most of it is because of how they were treated when they came home, which was a injustice. I mean, it's unbelievable. I'm a little bit too young to be a Vietnam veteran. My father retired from the Army in 1966. So I grew up, I was a small child when Vietnam was going on, and I remember how it broke my dad's heart to see the news reports in the evenings.
The thing that I really want to stress today is how much we owe our Vietnam veterans as veterans of wars after that. You know, when I came back from Desert Storm, the people that greeted me in Bangor, Maine, most of those people were Vietnam veterans. And the reason they were there is because they said with our war, they weren't going to let that happen to us, what happened to them. And things like the Patriot Guard Riders and groups like that are mostly made up of Vietnam veterans. They're making sure every day that veterans are recognized and appreciated. And as a veteran from a different era, I can tell you we really appreciate it, and thank you very much.
Cabarrus County gave 29 of its young men during the Vietnam War. Those individuals we're honoring today. At this time, I would like to call your attention to a special setting near the monument site, just to the right of this small walkway. There you see a rifle placed carefully with a pair of worn boots capped with a helmet, while the rifle is draped with dog tags. This is known as the Soldier's Cross, a memorial to those who perished in battle. This Soldier's Cross, or Battlefield Cross, has its origins dating to the Civil War, in that when soldiers were hastily buried between battles, the rifle was stabbed into the ground to mark their final resting place. Anything which identified the fallen was placed on the rifle so that others would know who eternally rested there.
The families that we honor here today, as a result of the 29 names that are on this monument, I will say this to you. Cabarrus County contributed 29 patriots. North Carolina contributed more than 1,600 patriots. The United States of America contributed 55,000 lives, our patriots, for that war in Vietnam. These gentlemen that we honor today are 29 of the fiber that binds this country together, that is sown by blood, sweat, and tears that each and every one of you out here that are veterans have put forth to take care of our country. You do it, they did it, not anticipating anything in return, not expecting anything in return, but only wished that this country would honor them as they honored their country, their families, and their God. That's all they ever expected, and that's all that each and every one of us ever expected. At times, it is disparaging to see the things that happen, and sometimes how it almost seems like it was so long ago. But for all of you that are veterans, and especially for the families, the pain does not go away, the memories do not go away, and they shouldn't. What I will tell you is this, and these words, if you remember anything that I've said, I ask you to remember these and to lift them up to our Father God. Be ashamed of nothing, fear nothing, remember them, love them, honor them, keep them in your hearts forever. Forever family, God, and country. You have upheld the lives of these patriots, these 29 here. It's done throughout the country, but I can tell you, and I've been retired now for 24 years, Cabarrus County is on the forefront of this country in taking steps to honor the men that give so much for this country, and especially these families. I would ask each and every one of you before you leave today that you extend your hand out to them.